Hey, beautiful souls. This is Rochelle with the Healing Rose, and this evening we are looking at what the energies are for this next full moon. So, tomorrow we have the full moon in Virgo that happens to move into our realm of influence, and so the energy of the full moon in Virgo is all about taking inspired action. We're balancing our our big dreams with the kind of grounded practicality of the sign of Virgo. So to start off, let me just move this aside. So we're going to do a quick little full moon spread. And let's see. So this spread, oops, that's like the worst shuffle I've done in a month. Fabulous. So this spread is from Yasmin Boland's Moonology deck from the original one. And I actually quite like the spreads that she has in the first deck that came out. All right. So our first card, what is falling away and what do I need to forgive? All right. So a time for healing. All right. So there may have been a lot of situations that have come up where we actually have been going through a big healing process and just having a bit of compassion and grace around that whole dynamic of what's been happening there. It's really important that when we have been in that healing place that we're not, that we have some of that self-compassion, that we're not down on ourselves or berating ourselves for actually having to be in that healing space for whatever situation has gone on. All right. What is this illuminated full moon showing? Your dreams need a practical plan, and that is literally what we just said, right? So this time it's like you might have all these big, wonderful dreams and goals and aspirations, and this is a time for looking at the practicality of it. How can we begin to take steps in the real world to put things into action? All right, and what comes next? Okay. Wow, show the world the real you. Okay, so I think it's, this is kind of like there's a trend here that I'm seeing. This actually, interestingly enough, in a lot of readings for people, this card has come up a lot lately. And I think, we're in such a strange world with all the social media, and there's so much AI, and there's so many filters that we get, people get caught up in this manufactured reality as opposed to who we really are. And so I kind of love that this is, what's coming up next. It's like, you've been healing. Now it's time to put some kind of a practical plan into place so that you can, go out there and show the world who you really are. Brilliant. Absolutely beautiful. I totally love this. Okay. So that's just our look at our full moon 3-card spread. What's coming up with that? Okay, so let's look at this energy here, this practicality, the practicality of Virgo. And let's see what that says. Okay, let me just tuck this to the side. All right, so if we're looking at the practical aspects of how can we, what is it that we might need to release in regards to our belief systems around, whether or not you feel you're a practical person or you're good at planning or, any of those things that have to do with that aspect of reality. Let's just take a look. So where are we? All right, so we are currently right now in that 6 of Pentacles space, which is really all about being in receptive mode It feels like, you know, like now's the time where we can be very open and be really receptive to what's coming in. Okay, your soul wants you to, whatever it is that you're bringing forward, whatever this new moon, this lunar energy is bringing in, we need to look at just really trying to maintain some healthy boundaries so we don't get overwhelmed. You know, we want to put things into the practical world. We want to take things and, you know, start creating steps and goals to things to accomplish. You don't need to do it all at once. Don't let yourself be overwhelmed. Okay. So what is rising in you? So I love that this shadow work comes up because this is an opportunity to really kind of take a look at, you know, what our negative thoughts and patterns are around putting things into action. If you may be one of those people that tends to really procrastinate a lot, and so you struggle a little bit more with plans, this is an opportunity to sort of look at that and see what's happening there. Okay, so what is falling away? The Hanged Man. And I love that that's what we're moving away from. That energy is starting to leave us, and that, because that Hanged Man is all about, you know, sometimes it can be feeling kind of stuck. Okay, I thought my dog was going to start up there. She's just grumbling in her sleep. So we have this Hanged Man, and that's that very sort of still, stuck. It's in that moment where you're paused because you're caught up in the mental game of what's happening, right? Okay. Okay, so your gift here, we have the Fool, and I love that. You know, your ability to just go, you know what, forget it, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to take the leap. Oh, we must be having an interesting dream over there. She's crumbling away. What are we manifesting? The Seven of Pentacles. All right, so the hard work, you know, once we put in that hard work, it's just a matter of you know, being receptive, and staying in an open and receptive space, waiting for the energy to come towards us. You know, it's to me, this is saying, like, do the practical part. Don't overwork yourself. Don't overthink what you have to do. Just begin to take some kind of action. And once you're doing the thing and you're doing the work, you know, then it creates the whole process starts to take on a little bit of a different movement. Okay. So we have the Four of Wands. What's the next step? Well, the next step is allowing yourself to begin to joyously create, to be very, it feels like a celebratory creation. You know, there might be a partnership involved. There might be, you know, friends that you're creating this space with, or that are helping you with implementing some of your plans. You know, reaching out to your community around you in order to bring about what needs to happen. Okay, so past influence. So again, I'm feeling like this partnership. We have the Lover's card. So the past influence that's coming in and influencing things as they move forward is, you know, being in that state of finding the perfect partnership. And things don't always, you know, work out beautifully when it comes to actually taking your idea and putting it into motion and having things fall through. And to me, it feels like a partnership or working collaboratively with someone else is going to be extremely helpful as you begin to shift things. Okay, so what is it we need to take forward? Just to have patience, to continue with that steady progress. So we're going from the 7 to the 8. So we're, you know, things are moving in a nice steady progression towards that abundance. It still feels like, you know, There might have been a little bit of patience involved as you build whatever systems you need to have in place, and you begin to get out there and be collaborating and making things happen. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles, which is that kind of like that harvest energy. Things are starting to come in. Your abundance is beginning to flow towards you. You're finding that whatever project or idea, whatever concept it is you're putting into place is beginning to bear fruit for you. Okay, hopes and fears. So just a little reminder that you are more than strong enough and capable of dealing with whatever comes your way. And even if, you might get caught up in this kind of overwhelm energy, it's a little reminder that you can totally overcome whatever it is that, crops up for you. All right, our final outcome. Okay, so the Ten of Swords, I really like this as a final card because it's telling us, and the bottom of the deck actually has Ten of Wands, which is also a little bit brilliant here. So with that Ten of Wands energy and the Ten of Swords energy, it's whatever kind of struggle that you have had around that kind of, getting things done in a practical way and taking care of the practical side of things, as opposed to that mental dreaming idea sort of phase. That whatever struggle has gone on is absolutely coming to an end, right? We have our Ten of Swords, Ten of Wands, so it's like the nightmare's over. Things will go smoothly from this point on. You have had enough of that sort of overwhelm, feeling overburdened, and we're setting off with like a newfound, to me it feels like a newfound passion for what it is that you may want to have happen, or what you may want to do. Okay, I love that. All right, so let's take a look at these cards. Okay, let me just tuck these out of the way really quickly, and we'll look at what energies we can be looking at over the next 4 weeks. And again, we're still focused on our putting things into a practical action. How can we use this Virgo energy over the next 4 weeks, right? If we do our shadow work and we release whatever negative feelings that we have about it, and we release the doubt of ourself being able to bring these things to fruition, what are we looking at for the next 4 weeks? Okay. All right. So what is rising up in you between right now and the full moon? Okay. All right. So this to me feels like it's going to be a little bit more of that, don't overwork yourself. Don't let yourself get overwhelmed. Create some healthy boundaries. If this is something where you're looking at business-wise, how can I be practical? Allow yourself to have that downtime, so you're not just like go, 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 like a maniac all the time, right? We have our really productive times and the times to get stuff done, and then we have the time where we need to sit and decompress and process what's happened with the day. So I think that's a really important key piece. All right. Okay, so what is the solution to any issue or challenge that you face? That is relax. It goes right along with take a breather, relax. So again, to me, it just feels a lot like just avoiding the overwhelm, okay? The advice is to lighten up, so don't take it so seriously. Don't get caught up in pressuring yourself to get things done. Allow things to unfold. Allow yourself to have a sense of peace, and let yourself flow with the energy that's happening, and not just be all serious and heavy and, caught up. All right. And so the final outcome, you need to have some belief in your own good luck, in your own good fortune. Just believe that things can be possible for you. Believe that you are capable of doing so. If you've been one of those people that's like chronically, you get a million ideas and then you're, oh, what do I do with all these ideas? How do I work with this? Like, how do I put them into action? I've had 50 like fantastic, amazing ideas, and I just get stuck when I try to figure out how to make them happen. That's a lot of going through that sort of cycle. It's a lot of crazy self-doubt there. To me, it feels like, just relaxing, working with this energy over the next few weeks, and then you just believing in your ability to make things happen, believe that it's possible for you, and don't put crazy goals and crazy pressures on yourself. Just little steps, make it manageable, do things that are bite-sized, and I think it's all just going to work itself out, right? You just got to remember to breathe and have a little bit of a lighter attitude over the next couple of weeks as we transition from the full moon to the new moon. And, although this Virgo energy is practical and it's organizing, there's also this sense here to just not take it all like it's a super serious, has to be done now or else kind of energy. And best of luck with that, right? So believe in yourself, believe in your good luck. I love that. That's absolutely beautiful advice to take away for the next couple of weeks here. All right. I hope that you have enjoyed that. And if you have, I would love if you would hit that little thumbs up button. If you feel called to subscribe, that would be fantastic. And until then, I hope that you have a wonderful week. Take care.